Fishers. Been a bit slack over the last week or two. Been away fishing actually, so I haven't had a chance to do the reports. But we've got a little bit of action around us. As we can see, the season's just kicking into gear nicely. A little bit of rain we had the other day is quite okay. Happy with that. Things should warm up next week by going by the forecast. We should get some great fishing in the river and all the dams. Didn't get any decent reports out of Dartmouth. The Hume Weir still producing a few yellows and reddies. But the exciting thing is the Murrumbidgee River. They're getting a few on lures. This little bit of rain would have coloured it up a bit more again. So if you're going to use spinnerbaits, use dark colours, hard bodies. In particular, the hammerhead in purple should do the job nicely. Super slow retrieves. You should get some good results. So anywhere downstream from Wagga has been pretty consistent. Same goes with Old Man's Creek. Still pretty happy with that. The bait fishermen are having a good time. The best reports have been on yabbies rather than worms at the moment. Don't really know why that's happening, but it seems to be kicking into gear pretty well. Might even get a bit of action out of Lake Albert. Seen a few kids fishing it the other day, and a couple of little yellows getting caught, so that looks real promising. Blowering Dam's a bit of a hot spot at the moment. Huge amounts of yellowbelly cruising the shallows, a few cod. Some of the smart boys are picking them up. Jackal Mast Vibe seems to be reasonably consistent up there. CC minnows if you're on the troll, but in the shallow one, not the deep one. A little bit of action. If you do happen to catch a cod, don't forget it is closed season. You must release it. Don't put big lures on. Don't target cod, for goodness sake. We don't want that to happen this time of year, but plenty of big yellows up there to be caught. If you're going to catch a few yellows in the river, by the way, I'll get back to that, in around willow trees, under willows seems to be the most consistent area, and they're getting a few on shrimp. And talking about shrimp, Burrinjuck, they're getting some nice yellowbelly on shrimp and worms off the bank up there, a few on small yabbies, but casting into the rocky bank seems to be pretty consistent. Over the next month or two, if it continues to rise, you're going to see some fantastic fishing there. Just hope that it keeps rising over that period of time. They're not letting a lot of water out of the dams at the moment because we've just had that bit of rain, but that could change in the next week or so. We'll just see what happens, cross our fingers. Eucabean, Jindabyne, pretty hot fishing up there at the moment, some really good reports. Again, trying with Mast Vibes, Transams, that sort of thing. Sounds unusual for trout, but that's what they're catching them on and getting some really good results. Had some real good reports from Jindabyne on CC minnows. I was pretty happy with that. Some big trout. Some of them are up around that 2 and 3, 4 kilo mark. So they're really good, consistent fishing. And if anybody's interested down the coast, they're catching a few yellowfin, a lot of albacore. The water temperature is 19.2 to 19.7. There's a good northerly current moving around Montague Island, so it's pushing up there and getting plenty of snapper and mowies. So that's all we've got for the fishing report from Compleat Angler this week, and we'll catch up with you very shortly.